Yes Please Perth for another night at Fringe. Today we're joined by another Fringe artist. But before we get into it, it's the 10-second sell time. So, Matt?
Yeah, my name is Matt Tarrant. My show is called Evolve, every night at Yagan Square. It's the Pick of the Fringe Award winner, 2019 Adelaide Fringe, and the highest selling act at Adelaide Fringe history. It's a good magic show.
Time. Oh, beautiful. Adelaide Fringe versus Perth Fringe. Obviously, you've seen Adelaide Fringe quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
How does Perth stack up?
Oh, it's interesting because I think it's still growing, Perth, where Adelaide's probably kind of hit where it's roughly will be for a little while, I think. But like the Perth Fringe is, like, from what I understand, the third biggest arts festival in the world. Yeah. Adelaide probably takes over the whole state a little bit more than what Perth does now.
Right.
And I think probably one of the interesting things I've found about the Perth Fringe and Fringe World is that a lot of like locals don't actually really know what it is yet. Whereas Adelaide, it's like pumped into our blood. We all know what the Fringe is. Everyone goes see shows.
How does Perth get to that level?
You know what? I think one of the things that Adelaide have learnt over the last couple of years is that everyone in the city has to kind of allow it to take over. So things like streets are shut down in Adelaide, and we have like street bars and food trucks and like just literally no traffic, and it's just parties all along the streets. And we're getting there in Perth. Right. It's probably just not to that level yet, but I think a couple of years, I reckon we will be.
It's an exciting time in Perth for sure. I think it gets bigger and bigger every year.
Absolutely.
For you, you seem to be getting bigger and bigger every year as well. You've just won Best Act at Adelaide Fringe 2019, so last year.
Yeah, so Pick of the Fringe, which is awarded for the best like overall act of the Adelaide Fringe. So out of the 1,400 or so acts, supposedly I'm the best. I don't know if I believe it, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Huge accolade. How does it make you feel to get that sort of recognition?
Very honoured, very privileged, and you know, I'm an Adelaide boy. I've grown up at Adelaide Fringe. I've been performing there since 2010 now, so to get that award, following on from so many amazing acts that have won it before.
So Evolve is the show here at Perth Fringe 2020. What sort of tricks are you bringing, without giving too much away, what sort of things are you bringing to this show that's going to really impress us?
So there's a couple of the tricks, well in fact most of the tricks in the show sort of form a narrative about my life and kind of my journey in magic, and a lot of them kind of try to bring back like memories of when you're a kid. Probably my favourite routine to perform, and probably my favourite routine in the show, is a routine I do with tazos, which are like these old collectible discs that packed chips back in the day, and it's a fun, very visual, very exciting and very different routine, and the audience seem to really like it, so that's one of my favourites.
It sounds really novel. We want to know what your Fringe World recommendations are as well.
A couple of shows that I love, Matt Hale, comedic hypnotist. I've been with him for the last 4 years, every year we're in the same venue. I love his show, he's great fun. If I was to recommend another magician, it would have to be probably Charlie Caper or Kevin Quantum, two incredible magicians, amazing stuff. But there's another show, Elizabeth Davey, in a show called Apex Predator, which is a very different show to all of those, much smaller, but just a very theatrical, crazy kind of show as well. So there's a few of my favourite.
Is there anything else that you want to put in about your show that everyone should know?
If you just want to come out to a show which is an hour of not thinking about it too much, to kind of taking a step back, to being a kid again, just enjoying some real good, fun, interactive and engaging magic, I think my show is probably the one for you, so hopefully see you there.
It's going to be a winner. I'm excited to see it. Look, Matt Tarrant, the show Evolve, you're at Yagan Square, Megamouth is the theatre.
Yeah, 6:20 every night.
6:20, and you're there up until about 9 of Feb. Thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure, mate. Appreciate it.
Legend.